Hello my dear chartered accountants. I am Professor Jigar Joshi. Would like to welcome you all on behalf of jksc classes. Today we are going to discuss RTP for paper number 7 part A EIS Enterprise Information System for November 2023. So my dear chartered, basically our discussion for RTP will be divided into 3 parts. First, amendment. Sir, as such there is no amendment. That's great. Okay. Second part, case study based MCQs, and third, main questions which they generally gives chapter wise. So let's begin our journey with a discussion of case study based MCQs. Okay. First one, they had given a very interesting case study. Let us try to first read the case study. A tea manufacturing company, Tea Tree, launched its startup in the year of 1988. Since then, it has been following the process of CTC. You know people, in tea business there is a CTC process is there, crush, tear and curl process is there. That includes withering of harvested crops, green leaf shifting, reconditioning, rolling, okay, fermentations are there, drying, grading, sorting and packing. These are the all business processes they perform in order to get the final product done for consumer. Many vendors and suppliers are associated with the company to carry out this different task seamlessly. So they have a good number of business partners too. Okay. Over the period, the company continuously aligned itself to consumer preferences and recent food consuming trends to emerge as a key player in local market as well as international market. So now you have to remember, they are not concentrating only in Indian market or the local market, they are concentrating towards international market also. Okay, not a problem. The company has been a key contributor in tea industry over 3 decades and it's renowned for producing the finest tea products in local and foreign market. So company has already had 30 years of experience in the business. Good. Its tea operation run on 4 plants and 2 factories across the country and has acquired many regional and international awards. Okay, not a problem. In early 2K, that is in the early of 2000, okay, 2K it's 2000, the ERP implementation of Tea Tree proved to play an instrumental role in its growth. The company had implemented ERP. Now you have to be very clear that they are going to ask you any question from chapter number 2 as it discussed with ERP. Yes sir. That allow the management to have real-time visibility amongst all business processes so that it can track and monitor plantation activities, production processes, inventory level, sales and thereby make effective business decisions. We all know that what is the main role of ERP system? Sir, ERP system is purely centralized database management system in which all the departments database we are recording in a central database so that we can share this data with the other department on a real-time basis, which will resolve 2 major problems: mismatch of data and miscommunication of data. Do you remember? Yes sir. Okay. Now, with an exponential growth in e-commerce industry, the company owns a website also. Okay, so chapter number 4. Okay sir. Sells its product to intermediate buyer who then further sells the product to the final consumer. Okay sir. So they are selling to intermediate and intermediate to final. Correct. It is just like there are the vendors, those who are giving their product first of all to Amazon and Amazon then sell it to the consumer. So relationship between this tea company and Amazon would be B2B. One businessman is helping the another businessman and then that particular business person is going to sell the product in the open market. So it's a B2B, they have relationship over here. That is also clear. See this is a very interesting thing you should understand, because when we are reading the RTP, you should know whatever the concepts they had covered into it. Later on when we'll read the MCQs now, believe me, your good number of MCQs were already answered. Let's see the first MCQ now. The company's internal auditor, Mr. Bali, noticed that one of the trusted vendor associated with Tea Tree has been supplying low quality raw material. Oh, so it has already been found because the supplier is not supplying the good quality product, where this company is already committed towards providing what? Best product to consumers. Okay. To the company for past some times, and that could eventually prove to be fatal for the company's reputation and growth. He reported this issue to the company's top management. Which of the following risk management strategies? Okay. So risk management strategies, I hope you remember. Yes, sir. First one, if it is possible, we should always, sir, tolerate or accept the risk. If it is a risk is manageable, then we should take this risk, but this risk is not manageable, boss. Then we have a second called as terminate or eliminate the risk. If possible, we should always choose the best vendor to supply best services to us or to supply best technology to us, so that if possible, we can completely eliminate what? Risk associated with the product. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. So here we can understand because one supplier is not capable, but they said that we are purchasing the goods from several suppliers. So I think so we should go for the next one, because better supplier, the one who gives best quality material, will be accepted. Am I right? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Third strategy, I hope you remember. Sir, yes, that is to share or transfer the risk. Okay. But share or transfer the risk in case of what? Sir, in case of we have a more capable person available with us, like my business risk I can shift to somebody else. Here our business risk cannot be shifted, because here it's all about procurement of raw material. And last one, as you know, first one, once again I am repeating, first three I am repeating. First one was tolerate or accept the risk. Second, terminate or eliminate the risk. Third one, share or transfer the risk. And fourth one was purely what? Sir, it is none other than only and only one thing, that is to minimize or mitigate the risk. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. Further, the top management of the company is opting in case they have decided to select more capable supplier and terminate the services of the current supplier. So current supplier we will not continue. Okay, we'll go for the next one. So what we are doing? Sir, it's very simple. We are terminating the risk. What we are doing, Chatat? Sir, terminate or cancel the risk. I hope you remember. Sir, one question also got revised very nicely, that is types of risk management strategies. Do you agree with me? Okay, sir. Question number 2, Chartered. During the ERP implementation, the T3, there was always a doubt in the mind of the management that with the advent of more efficient technologies every day, because as you know very well, every day the new technology is coming. Yes or no? Yes, sir. 110%. The ERP system may also becomes the obsolete or the outdated as the time goes on. What do you think would be the control that required to have been placed to cater such situation? So, sir, we have already studied this under the 5 major head of ERP related risk. Where was the people related risk, process related risk, implementation related risk, technology related risk, and post implementation related risk. Remember? Yes, sir. Now, here what we are supposed to do, because with the advent of every day the new technology, existing technology is becoming what? Sir, outdated. So 110% we should always, first of all, to make the proper and perfect choice of technology. Second, we should always make a proper contract with our vendor to provide a proper quality support. As and when the updates come, 110% vendor should say, sir, don't worry, we are there for you. Am I right? Yes, sir. So I think so the answer should be care must be taken. No, because here we are not minimizing the risk. Backup arrangement and physical controls, that is also not there. The implementation shall be started only after top management is fully convinced. This is to in case of money. Yes, but yes, this requires the critical choice of technology, architecture of the product, ease of enhancement, ease of upgrading, and quality of vendor support. So now we'll see, people, question 3. As a system administrator of the company T3, Mr. Lalit set up company's computer network in such a way that enables the network to recover from any kind of error like connection failure, loss of data, etc. In computer network, which of the following term take care of the said activities? Now I hope you remember that there are the 4 activities which we had studied when it is a connection oriented network and connection less network. Am I right? Yes, sir. First one, routing. Now routing means the route it has selected to transfer the data. Yes. Resilience. Yes, sir. Resilience means setting the network with such a care that in case of the connection failure or in case of any error, the data would be able to recover very easily or system could be reconfigured very easily. Agreed? Yes, sir. So right answer is what? Sir, resilience. But I would like to explain you both the terms further also. Contention, that is a fight for common resources. and bandwidth, speed at which the data transfer. Okay, sir, very much clear. Fourth question. The company T-Tree has been following a certain business model for its e-commerce wherein it allows only wholesaler to place their order and further sell their product in the market. So who is placing the order? Wholesaler. Agreed. So T-Tree is going to sell the product to wholesaler, business to business. I hope you remember. Yes, sir. While reading only we had solved this. So which e-commerce business model does it refers to? Sir, right answer is B2B. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. Okay. The deployment and implementation of core banking system is controlled at various stages. In which of the following stage the bank should choose the right solution considering various parameters to meet the business objectives? Now, I hope you remember that first and foremost thing that we are supposed to do is planning. Second is a very important to take the approval from the board of directors. And third one is the selection. So selection is exactly the activity where we decide which technology we should first of all acquire as well as deploy. Deploy means installed. I hope you got it. Yes, sir. And here our first discussion comes to an end, that is case study based MCQs. Let me assure you all my dear chartered that your all case study based MCQs or even the general MCQs are purely concept based. If your concepts are clear, you will be able to achieve good marks in this MCQ part. Am I very clear to you? Okay. So dear charteeds, let us continue with the descriptive question now. Descriptive question. Chapter number 1, automated business process. Question number 6. Mr. Akash heads a project of business process automation in ABC Limited with a team of 10 people. He needs to give presentation to senior management to justify, understood the word, to justify the proposal of implementing BPA so as to convince the management to go ahead with the project. What do you think shall be the point in his presentation? Now, very simple question they had asked you, okay, if you want to tell somebody business process automation is one of the very important and required thing for our organization, how would you like to justify this? How would you like to convince your top level management? So remember one thing, we had already studied the concept called as business process automation. Yes, sir. In which we had also studied the concept called as what? Sir, it was implementation of business process. Correct. Now how to implement? Sir, good number of points were there. Yes, define why we want to go for a business process automation, understand the rules and regulations to be complied with, document the process we wish to automate, understand the importance of business process automation, then engage the business process consultant, calculate the return on investment. Yes, till the time you will not tell your top level management what could be the great return that we are going to receive on implementation of business process automation, they will not be convinced. So, all points of calculating return on investment from process of business process automation implementation we are supposed to write here. Now, let us discuss it in a very general way. Tell me what could be the reply or what will be the points that Mr. Akash is going to consider? Sir, obviously it reduces the cost 100%. Reduction in salary will be there. Yes, timely we will be able to submit the reports so that we will be away from the charges and penalties. It will help us to prepare our books of accounts and records for the lawsuit and other on timely basis. Maximum automation will automatically reduces the office space required for storing the documents. So let us discuss it from our jksc. In JK Shah classes book, this is there on, I think so it is a question number 9, correct? Yes. And in ICAI module, it is a page number, it's given on the page number 1.12. Okay, let us discuss it. Question number 9, how to go for a business process automation. As I had already discussed, define why we want to go for a business process automation. These are the reason for implementing the BPA. Then rules and regulation we need to follow, document the process we wish to automate, define the objectives or goals to achieve by BPA, engage business process consultant, you required a person with proper knowledge to help you in business process automation? But our answer is here. Calculate the ROI for project. Agreed? So you have to write the only first line that Mr. Akash will cover following points in his presentation to convince the message to top level management regarding acceptance as well as implementation of business process automation. Number 1, sir, cost saving. We had already discussed. Reduction in manpower, so automatically salary related cost will also go down. Yes sir, no recruitments are required. Existing employees can be used more perfectly in requisite department. Yes sir. Savings in employee salary, 100%. Cost of space regain from paper, file cabinets, etc. Eliminate the fines to be paid because entity is making what? Timely payment. Yes sir. Reducing the cost of audit as well as lawsuit. Now you will say, sir, for audit, obviously if the documents are not available, auditor is going to increase the fees because auditor cannot waste the time for your organization just because the documents are not available. Second, lawsuit. Yes sir. Taking the advantage of early payment discounts as well as eliminating the duplicate payments. If it is automated, system will automatically allows you to make timely payment. So you can get sometime discounts also. Further, new revenue generation opportunities and collecting the accounts receivable faster, that will improve our cash flow, because as you know, if we collect the money from our debtors on timely basis, we will be able to serve our creditors also on time, and that is one of the very important function in business. Am I right? Yes sir. Further developing and then testing. These are the 8 steps are there. I hope it's clear to you. Yes sir. So Mr. Akash will cover the following points in order to convince the top level management regarding implementation. This should be your heading, and then you should write down the same head points which is given over here. Reducing the cost, eliminating the unnecessary expenditure. It will help you to regain the space for cabinet and papers, because that is also reduced now. Okay, reduction in the lawsuit fees as well as audit fees. Good number of examples are there. Okay. Now we'll see the next question. Next question says, fixed assets are important assets for any organization and are therefore required to be ensured that they are all tracked for preventive maintenance and theft deterrence. Explain the steps that are required to be processed to achieve the aforesaid objective. Now exactly they had asked you the fixed asset steps. Remember? Yes sir. In jksc book, it is given in question number 28 if you remember. Risk and control for all business process. Yes sir. And in ICAI, this is given in page number 1.56. ICAI module. Okay. Sir, what would be the reply for this? Let us discuss, people. Very simple. I hope everyone remembers that whenever we talk about the asset, the first and foremost step is what? Sir, it's all about procuring an asset. That is making the entries of invoice in our books of accounts. Remember? Yes sir. Procuring an asset. Second, registering or adding an asset. If already we have a block of asset and we had purchased a new asset, so we will add to the existing block. If it is not there, then we will obviously register. So registering or adding an asset. Remember? Yes sir. Third one, sir, we are also adjusting the assets. What is adjusting the assets? Sir, very simple. We all know. Adjusting means making the repairs and maintenance. Whenever we do the repairs and maintenance, it will automatically help us to increase either the economic life of an asset or economic value of an asset, and sometimes it leads to both. Okay sir. Then we also know, people, it's all about what? Sir, transferring the assets. What is transferring the assets? Sir, whenever our purpose for that asset is already done, or we want to sell it, or we want to transfer it to any subsidiary, then 110% that process is considered as transferring the assets. Whenever we transfer any asset, depreciable basis, cost method, many things get changed. As well as we have to record properly in our books of accounts regarding the sale of assets. Okay sir. Then next when it comes to depreciating the assets, if not sold, obviously we need to provide regularly wear and tear, depreciation, make the appropriate entries in the books of accounts. Okay sir. And last but not the least, when the asset is totally outdated, no repair maintenance can be carried out over there. It's always better that we should dispose the assets. Whenever we are disposing the assets, whatever is the capital gain or capital loss, that needs to be recorded appropriately in our books of accounts. Let's see now theory. It is given on the page number 44 in our jksc textbook. Let's see. Fixed assets, risk and control. Fixed assets procedures or the process ensures that all fixed assets of enterprise are tracked for the purpose of financial accounting, preventive maintenance and theft deterrence. Exactly the same words given in question also. Yes sir. Fixed assets process ensure that all fixed assets are properly tagged, as well as fixed assets records are maintained with the details like location, quantity, condition, maintenance as well as depreciation status. Let's see one by one the steps involved in fixed assets process. Number 1, sir, procuring an asset. What I said in procuring an asset? Sir, you said that we need to enter the invoice related details in our books of accounts. See this, an asset is most often entered into the accounting system when the invoice for the asset is entered into our accounts payable or purchasing module of the system. Second, sir, registering or adding an asset. Most of the information needed to set up the assets for like depreciation is available at the time when the invoice is entered. At that time only we record everything. When we had purchased, when we had put in use, what is the depreciable basis, cost, etc. See this. This stage includes acquisition date, place in service date, depreciation, asset type, cost basis, depreciable basis, etc. Then it comes to adjusting the assets. Adjustments to existing assets information is often needed to be made. Events may occur that can change the depreciable basis of an asset. Further, there may be improvements or the repairs made to an asset that either adds value to the assets, repairs and maintenance done to building, yes, extend its economic life, yes. So many assets are there. When you provide the repairs and maintenance to that asset, if you keep it in a good condition, either add to the economic life of an asset or it leads to what? Economic value of an asset. Am I very clear to you? Yes. Next, transferring the asset. A fixed assets may be sold. Sir, already discussed. Transfer to another subsidiary. Sir, already discussed. Reporting entity or the department within the company. This may result into changes that impact the assets depreciable basis, depreciation and other asset related data. This needs to be reflected accurately in our fixed assets management system, or else you can say books of accounts. Correct? Yes sir. Sir, depreciating the assets. Depreciation is an expense which should be periodically accounted on the company's book and allocated to the accounting period to match the income and expenses. Disposing the assets. When the fixed asset is no longer in use, becomes outdated, it is beyond to repair, the asset is typically disposed. Any difference between the book value and realized value, it must be reported as a capital gain or the capital loss. These are the steps involved in our fixed assets system. Am I very clear to you? Yes sir. Now we'll see chapter number 2. In case of chapter number 2, financial and accounting system. In an accounting system, different types of vouchers are used for recording different types of transactions. Okay, based on their specific nature. We know that different vouchers are used for different types of transactions to be recorded, including like accounting vouchers we had studied. We had studied inventory vouchers and we had studied payroll vouchers. Remember? Yes sir. In this context, name the various vouchers along with their usage in inventory module. Very important word they had given you people. It's what? Sir, they said inventory module in an accounting system. So don't get confused. They had not asked you accounting module. Okay, they had asked you inventory module. Now in case of inventory module, what are the vouchers that we create, people? Sir, we all know. First one, it's a purchase order. Purchase order is created by, sir, any organization which places an order. Do you agree with me? Yes or no? Yes sir. Even our organization would like to purchase the goods from any vendor. Then we are going to create a which document? Purchase order. Okay. Suppose we receive the order from some customer and when we are ready for the sales, which document we will create? Sir, obviously after purchase order there is a sales order. Agreed? Yes sir. Then sir, sometime we have to shift our inventory from the one department to another department, or maybe from one location to another location, in more proper words. So what we are supposed to use? Sir, we are supposed to use the stock journal. Stock journal is used for what? Sir, shifting of material from one physical location to another physical location. Remember? Yes, sir. Then in order to reconcile, because many times what happens, our book records and actual quantity of raw material does not matches. There is a there is a mismatch into this. To reconcile our physical stock, with our book records, we are using one more voucher, and that is called as a physical stock voucher. We use what? Sir, physical stock voucher. Agreed? Yes, sir. So purchase order, clear, sir. Sales order, clear, sir. Stock journal, clear, sir. Physical stock, clear, sir. When the goods are moving from my organization, it is saying bye bye to me. Okay, we are going to prepare what? Sir, delivery note. So delivery note is always prepared with an intention of what? Sir, reduction into the stock, because this stock is already now ready for dispatch. Got it? Yes, sir. Same time, when I am receiving the material chartered, I need to prepare what? Sir, for delivery you prepare delivery note. So for goods receipt, we will prepare goods receipt note. Yes, so we will prepare receipt note. Delivery note and receipt note. Am I very clear to you? Yes, sir. Let's see. This question is given in our jksc textbook. Question number 4. In ICI module, this question is given on page number 2.10. Okay, let's move. This is our question number 4 in our jksc book, and here we have a after accounting inventory module. Let us discuss purchase order. For recording the purchase order raised towards a vendor. Sales order, recording the sales order received from a customer. Stock journal, providing the physical movement of stock from the one location to another location, called as intergo-down transfer. Sir, physical stock, for making correction in the stock after physical counting, that is reconciling the physical stock with the actual quantity recorded in our books of accounts. Okay. Delivery note, for recording physical delivery of goods sold to a customer, because these goods have now saying bye bye to us. Okay. Receipt note, for recording physical receipt of goods which is purchased from a vendor. I hope it's clear to you. Yes, sir. 100%. Yes. See this, remember one thing, you should solve RTPs. Why? Because it is generally seen that good number of questions from RTP comes in your final exam paper also. Let us discuss now next question. Next question, what it says? Sir, it says business reporting is in public reporting of operating and financial data by a business enterprise. We all know that reports are the most important and the crucial part of company, correct? Yes, sir. Why do you think business reporting is important in an organization? Again, the same question they had asked us. So why these business reports are so important? Now tell me, if any stakeholder would like to get any information from the company, do you think so that he is going to call to MD and going to ask, hey MD bro, can you please tell me what is the profit of the company, what is the future prospects of the company? No. Stakeholders gets the complete information about the company from business reports. Point number 1 is correct. Yes, sir. This business reports helps the organization also to strengthen, to improve their decision making capacity and capabilities. Yes, sir. Third one, if you want to compare any record, then 110% reports are going to help you a lot. Yes, sir. If organization wants to provide the detailed explanation about their performance, about the business activities that they undertook, then they can provide it with the help of what? Sir, reports. And in simple term, if I would like to say, so reports are nothing but they are the mirror image of the company's performance. What company has done for a specific period of time, they can present it with a detailed explanation, helping the stakeholders to take the proper decision. It enhances the internal decision making capability and capacity of organization. It will provide with a high quality information, will automatically helps organization to reduce the cost of acquiring the funds. Because if your reports are too good, that means what? Sir, risk for lending the money automatically reduces. Do you agree with me? So let us discuss this question now. So this question is given in our jksc as a question number 44, and in ICAI module this is there on page number 2.70. So let us discuss. Here is the question in front of you from chapter number 2, question number 44. What is business reporting and why it is important? Before I proceed further, let me tell you one thing, Chartered. Referring only jksc material, I think so it is enough. Why? Because sir, every question of RTP, whatever we are currently doing, they are already there in our jksc material. It's a very fantastic material, people. Let us discuss. Business reporting and why it is important. So business reporting or enterprise reporting, it's a public reporting of operating and financial data by the business enterprise, or the regular provision of information to the decision maker. Sometimes we are supposed to give certain reports to government authorities also. Yes sir. Okay. Now, what are the importance of business reporting? As organization is fully depend on their stakeholders for sustainable success, it is in their interest to provide the stakeholders with a high quality report, because high quality reports will also reduces what? Sir, risk of lender, and thereby lowers the cost of capital. Okay sir. Second point I had already discussed with you people, that effective and transparent business reporting allows the organization to present the detailed explanation of their business, which helps them to engage the internal and external stakeholders, including whom? So stakeholders means any person who is having benefit in the company, including our customers, including our employees, including our creditors, including debtors, including regulators. If it is a listed company, then SEBI is also what? Stakeholder. Agreed? Yes sir. It helps the stakeholders to assess the organizational performance and to make more informed decision to invest or not to invest. High quality business reports also promotes better internal decision making, and very important for any management to be most successful, regularly they are supposed to review the reports, because report plays very important role in decision making. Management cannot take a good decision without accurate, timely reports. Am I very clear to all? Yes sir. So let us discuss now chapter number 3. In chapter number 3, information system and its component, first question they had asked, ABC University has installed a specific students database management system. Okay, they gave the name also to this software called as EDU SUPT. Okay, which is a simple to operate. Okay, second, online web based application designed to maintain and manage the record of the student or data of the student. List down the various advantages that this DBMS software would provide to university in handling the students records or the students data. So they are generally asking you the question, what advantages of DBMS. Now we all know something which is of a raw fact and no direct use is called as data. When this data is collected or the files are collected, it becomes what? Database. And software that we use, what do we use? Software that we use to manage this database is considered as what? Sir, it is considered as a DBMS, database management system. Now as you all know, okay, there are a good number of database management softwares are there. Example like MySQL, it's there. Yes sir. We have a Microsoft Access, MS Access. Yes sir. Then we have a .db. Yes sir. We have a LibreOffice. Yes sir. We have a structured query language, SQL only. Yes sir. We have Oracle database. Yes sir. All these are considered as what? Sir, all these are considered as a database management software. Do you agree with me? Yes or no? Now this question, if you can see in jksc book, it is given as a question number 12, and if you are referring the module, then this is given on the page number 3.15. Okay. Yes. Now let us discuss in very general terms that what are the benefits of this database management software. Now whenever we are using the DBMS, database management system, we enjoy good number of advantages. Like first and foremost advantage which everyone enjoys, that nowadays all the DBMS are very user friendly. What is very user friendly? Sir, they are quite simple. easy to understand. You don't require someone special to be there to operate this database management software. Any person with a limited knowledge of computer system can easily handle as well as manage database. Second, sir, nowadays it is coming with a very important one, improved securities. What is improved securities? Sir, no unauthorized access is given to anyone. Files are protected, data is protected from unauthorized use and abuse. Generally, authentication and authorization both are followed so that we can first decide to whom we want to allow the access, as well as we can decide the limit to which the access is allowed. So we are having both the things. What are the things we have? Sir, authentication is also there, that is who is allowed to access the data, as well as sir, authorization is also there, that is level of access granted. Do you agree? Yes sir. Number 3, sir, it purely permits data sharing. If you want to share the data between the system, so data share can be easily possible with the help of what? Sir, database management system. Example like if you see Indian Railway ticket booking system. So there is a one common platform for this, yes, called as IRCTC. For reserved tickets we have IRCTC, for unreserved tickets we have a UTS, unreserved ticketing system. We are talking about right now, discussing about IRCTC. You book the ticket from anywhere, ultimately your records will be updated on IRCTC only. So IRCTC allows permission to share the data with all the booking partners. Do you agree with me? Yes sir. Next, sir, integrity can be maintained. Now what do you mean by the integrity? Sir, unauthorized changes, unauthorized amendments cannot be made. We cannot record any wrong data only. Example, till the master data is not created, you cannot people make any entries into the system, yes or no? So till the time I don't have an employee called as Rakesh only in my master data, do you think so that loan approval system will approve the loan towards Mr. Rakesh? No sir, first we are supposed to create the master data. So if the master data is there only you can record the transaction. So integrity can be appropriately maintained. Do you agree with me? Yes sir. So first one, sir, it's very user friendly. Second, sir, improved securities. Third, sir, it permits the data sharing or data share. Fourth one, sir, integrity can be maintained. Fifth one, charted, it minimize data redundancy. Now what is the data redundancy? Sir, duplicate data. Multiple times same data is entered into database. Now DBMS actually help us to reduce the duplicate entries. Now when duplicate entries are eliminated, tell me, at the same time we will enjoy the benefit of the storage also, yes or no? Yes sir. When the data is less, or I mean to say repetitive data, it's not there, with a lower capacity of RAM also we will be able to access the data in good manner. I hope it's clear to you. Yes sir. So number 1, it's a user friendly. Number 2, improved securities. Number 3, sir, it permits the data sharing. Fourth one, sir, integrity can be maintained. Fifth one, sir, minimize the data redundancy. Very important one, faster development of application. Faster development of application. If you want to develop any application, it requires data. If you have already database properly, then 110% your application development can move so easily. Example I want to give you. IRCTC is itself a one type of application only for ticket booking, yes or no? Yes. It has already database of all trains that are running across the nation. And that database which is created is actually helping the IRCTC to book the tickets very effectively. So you want to develop any application, you require database, and database will be created with the help of what? Sir, DBMS, because DBMS helps you to add the data into the database, delete the data from the database, add existing files. Got it? Yes sir. And last but not the least, very important one which I would like to discuss with you people, that is achieving data independence. Achieving what? Sir, it's all about achieving Data independence. Now what do you mean by the data independence? Sir, application is different and data is different. Like from my computer, if I will uninstall the Microsoft Office, it means my Word, Excel, PowerPoint documents are not deleted. Got it? So data is different and application that manages this data is different. Example, when you uninstall WhatsApp from your phone, it does not leads to delete all the data of WhatsApp. Only application get deleted. So application is different and database is different. Am I very clear to you? Come on, can you please tell me what are the benefits of DBMS? Sir, user friendly, improved securities, permits the data sharing, integrity can be maintained, minimize the data redundancy, faster development of application and achieving the data independence. Let's see from our jksc textbook also. You can see right now on your screen question number 12 from chapter number 3. List out the advantages of DBMS. Number 1, sir, permitting data sharing. One of the advantage is that the same information can be made available to the different users. Second, it minimizes the data redundancy. Duplication of information is carefully controlled or reduced. That will also reduce what? Sir, cost of storing information. And other storage devices. Example, by creating the centralized database, the data can be linked into the tables by using DBMS. Yes, sir. Integrity can be maintained. Data integrity maintained with what? Sir, accurate, consistent, and only we are maintaining completely up-to-date records. Updates and changes in the data only have to be made in the one place and all other place it will get automatically updated. Agreed. Example, E106 cannot be entered into loan to employees table until E106 exists in the employee master. So till the time you don't have a master data, you cannot record any transaction data. So wrong data entry cannot be made in DBMS. Next, sir, user friendly. It makes data access and manipulation very easier for the users and there is a less dependency on the computer's expert. Earlier, that database management softwares used to come, people, you required a one hardware engineer or software engineer to make the data entry only. To generate the report, you are dependent on the computer experts. But nowadays, it is quite easy for everyone to use. Improved securities. DBMS provides various security features which can be used for providing a secure database. User authentication as well as access control, that is authorization, can be defined appropriately. Do you agree? Yes, sir. Next, faster development of application or faster application development. In DBMS environment, the data is already there in the databases, yes or no? Yes, sir. Application developer has to think only logic which is required to retrieve that data from the available database as per the user's requirement. Sir, understood? Then we had already studied, this point was left, program and file consistency. Using the DBMS, file formats and programs are standardized. All file formats will be the same, so you can share the file with the other people also and they can also easily access it. Okay, sir. And then achieving the program or data independence. In DBMS, data does not reside in application, but the database program and data are independent to each other. So application is different and database is different. Am I very clear to all my dear charters? Yes, sir. Let's see the next question now. Sir, explain in detail the plan which enables a company to recover its operation, mitigate the losses using the control of last resort. Now remember the one thing that they are asking you, that after applying all the controls, still organization is facing certain issues, then what should be the last resort? And attaining the normalcy in case of any disaster strikes. For this, you have to remember one thing. We have already studied the concept called as management controls. Remember? Yes, sir. In management control, we had studied top management and EIS management control. Yes, sir. Second, we had also studied something called as system development management control. Yes, sir. Third one, program development management control. Yes, sir. Fourth one we had studied quality management controlled. Yes, sir. Fifth one we had studied security management control. Remember? Yes, sir. And here we are going to refer what? Sir, here we are going to refer the security management control. This answer is given in our jksc book as a question number 32.5, and in our ICAI module if you refer, then this is given on the page number 3.40. Okay, yes, let us discuss this question now. We know that we are first going to apply which control? Sir, we are going to apply the physical access control. Okay, so we had applied the physical access control. Then, sir, we have also environmental control. Yes, environmental control. Sir, we had also studied something called as a logical access control. Yes, logical access control. Now, after applying all this control chartered, even if the system is not able to be recovered from certain risk, or we are not able to protect our system from all types of risk, then obviously as a last resort, we have a three most important control that we are supposed to remember. First one, sir, it is a disaster recovery plan, DRP. What we have? DRP, disaster recovery plan. Whenever the disaster strike in organization on its information system, how to recover from it, we are supposed to have a DRP for this. Now, DRP is basically comprised of four major areas. How many major areas? Four. So, let us discuss these four areas. First one, we have a emergency plan. What we have? Sir, we are having a emergency plan. What should be my immediate step when the particular disaster strike? That is called as what? Sir, emergency plan. Once the emergency plan is there, we have to apply immediately backup plan. Whatever the database is currently available in our information system, which is yet not got affected because of information system attacked, okay, try to get the backup done. Third, recovery plan. This is all about moving towards normal side. Okay, and last one, test plan. Once the data system is now back to the normal, we have to take the certain tests to ensure that now system is working as expected, as appropriate. So, even despite of applying all the controls, we know that controls might get failed and particular disaster might get strike. At that time, to protect my information system from all types of attack, I need to apply three controls. Out of which the first is DRP. DRP involves four major controls: emergency plan, backup plan, recovery plan, test plan. Second, sir, business continuity plan, BCP. Now, when I am discussing about the BCP, what it means? Sir, it is all about ensuring minimum to minimum impact on organization and business can continue even in case of major disruption. So, even if the major disruption happens, still our business can continue, because in case if the plan A is failed, I have a plan B along with me, so that we can continue our business operation, is called as BCP, business continuity plan. And in order to reduce the financial losses, we are supposed to have what? Sir, insurance. So, insurance is nothing but it is an option available with the organization to reduce the risk of financial losses that arises because of any disaster. Do you agree with me? So, three things you need to remember. In case as a last resort, we are applying the controls, we are trying our level best to reduce the risk, but still if not, then I am going to apply these three controls called as a DRP, disaster recovery plan, BCP, business continuity plan, and insurance for financial losses to be covered. Am I very clear to you? Yes, sir. Let's see from the theory point of view. In our JKSC, you can see this as a question number 32, managerial controls. Yes, sir. Top management controls, system development management controls, program management controls, quality assurance management or data recovery, data resource management controls, okay, quality assurance management controls, and now it comes to, sir, security management control. See this, clearly they said, they have given people that the controls are classification on the basis of nature of information system resource. We have environmental control, physical access control, logical access control, okay, are all security measures against the possible threats. However, in spite of all the controls on place, there could be a possibility that the controls might fail. When disasters strike, it still must be possible to recover the operation and mitigate the loss by using the last resort control as disaster recovery plan, business continuity plan and insurance. Got it? Yes, sir. DRP involves what? Sir, emergency plan, backup plan, recovery plan, test plan. The plans list down the policies, guidelines and procedure for all information system personnels. If they had asked you this for 4 marks, then try to explain emergency plan with 1 line, backup plan with 1 line, recovery plan with 1 line and test plan with 1 line. Got it? Yes. BCP. These controls are related to having an operational and tested IT continuity plan which is in line with the overall business continuity plan, and it is related business requirement to make sure that IT services are available as required and to ensure minimum impact on the business in the event of major disruption. And for insurance, again the 1 line you are going to write it down, that sir, it is helping us in order to reduces the financial risk. Am I very clear to you? Yes, sir. Chapter number 3, both the questions get done over here. Okay? Yes, sir. Now we'll see chapter number 4, e-commerce, m-commerce and emerging technology. Simple people. Chapter number 4, it's very easy and you know it's quite good scoreable also. Come on, let us discuss the question. A business model enables a firm to analyze its environment more effectively and thereby exploit the potential of the market, better understand its customer and raise entry barriers for rivals. Explain the different e-commerce business models. Now they'd ask you what? Sir, e-commerce business models. Now this answer you can write it down in both the manner, paragraph format also, or you can make the table also by giving the 4 different columns over there. First, it's a business type, that's explanation, what are the types of market that covers this business, and last one example. Okay, this is given in our jksc book with a question number 6. And if you will ask me people from ICAI, yes, it's given on page number 4.15. Okay, let us discuss. Now when I'm discussing about the e-commerce, m-commerce chartered, tell me what are the different e-commerce models we have. Sir, in case of e-commerce models, the first and foremost we have, it's called as a B2C. What is a B2C? Sir, business to consumer. Who is selling the product? Sir, business. To whom it has been offered? Sir, to consumer. Do you agree with me? Say yes or no? Yes, sir. Second very important aspects, sir, it is a method by which businessman is trying to solve, okay, or simple word to say, sir, fulfilling the customer specific requirement. Amazon, best example, sir. Flipkart, best example. Zomato, best example. Now these are called as B2C. In case of B2C, what are the markets we can use? Sir, we can use the e-shops, we can use the e-malls, we can have a buyer aggregator also. Yes, sir. Second people, we are also having concept called as a B2B, where the one businessman is providing the goods to another businessman in order to reach to the ultimate consumers. It is called as a B2B, where one businessman is helping another businessman to expand the business activities also. The best example, e-procurement. Yes, sir. Second example, you can also take people like from the commercial point of view, we have a India Mart. Yes, sir. They are helping the businessman to reach to the ultimate consumer. Yes, sir. Then we have a third one called as a C2C. consumer to consumer. And what is a consumer to consumer? Where the one consumer is selling the product to another consumer. The one who is having access product, they want to sell it to people. Example, OLX, Cars 24, where one consumer is directly selling the product to another consumer. It's a C2C platform. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. Sir, can we take the quicker into this? Yes, why not? It is also C2C only, consumer to consumer. One consumer is selling the product to another consumer. But remember this thing, while consumer is selling the product to another consumer, sir, don't you think so we can consider this under the B2C also? No. Why? Because it's not a regular activity of that consumer to sell that product. If it is a regular activity of that consumer to sell the product, then he will become a business person, obviously. Yes, sir. So first is a B2C, sir, fully understood. B2B, sir, it is also completely understood. Sir, C2C, sir, that is also clearly understood. Then we have a people, number 4th, C2G, consumer to government. Now what exactly consumer will pay to government? Sir, obviously tax. So e-commerce platform whereby the consumer provides something to government. So B2C, yes sir. B2B, yes sir. C2C, yes sir. C2G, yes sir. 5th one, G2C, government to consumer. Nowadays government is taking utmost good care for all the citizens that whatever the citizen related services are there, they want to provide you on just one click. Example, demographic changes in your Aadhaar card. Sir, you can do it by sitting at home. Yes. Second, you have to link your PAN with your Aadhaar. Sir, that is also can be done by sitting at home. Applying for online PAN. Yes, sir. Online passport applications can be done. Yes, sir. Tax filing portals. Yes, sir. This all are the benefits, including if you see, there are a good number of state government who has also taken the initiative that they had put their land records on website, that you can visit to the website and you can get the updated land records also. They are considered as a G2C, government to consumer. I hope it's clear to you, chartered. Yes, sir. And finally it comes to number 6, B2G, business to government. Now here the businessman is providing obviously tax payment. Agreed. Not only this, but it also lists their product on the government website. So in case if the government wants to buy any product, they do not require to go to open market, but from the registered vendor on their portal only will help the government to take the decision from whom they can buy. So 6 majorly are e-commerce models are there. B2C, B2B, C2C, C2G, G2C and B2G. Am I very clear to you? Yes, sir. Let's see from the theory point of view also. Sure, sir. Okay. Now, in our jksc, you can see question number 6. Yes, sir. First one is a business to consumer, B2C. Okay. B2C is typically used to refer to online retailer who sell their product and services to consumer through the internet. Generally, this supports the activities within the consumer chain that focuses on the sales side's activity. Okay. What are the e-markets do we have? Sir, e-shops, e-mall, e-auction, buyer aggregator, portals. What is portal? Sir, website. Yes. Example, sir, Amazon.com or Cooking Matters. You can write other examples also, not a problem. Second, sir, we have a B2B. What is a B2B? Sir, business to business. This supports the supply chain of organization that involves commerce between a company and its supplier or other partners. A website sells its product to an intermediate buyer who then sell this product to the final customers. Yes, sir. Example, sir, e-auction, e-procurement, e-distribution, portals, e-marketing can be used. Agreed. Best example, sir, indiamart.com, 100%. Sir, any other example? Just Dial, Naukri.com. Yes, sir. Then we have a third one called as a C2C. With a C2C e-business model, consumers sell directly to other consumer via online classified ads and auction. Auctions are also available. Or by selling the personal services and expertise online. C2C e-commerce allows unknown, untrusted parties to sell the goods and services to one another, because generally e-commerce is a faceless trading. Am I right? Yes or no? Yes, and that too C2C, you don't know the another person only, but still you can enter into the contract. Consumer to consumer model facilitates plain and simple commerce between consumers. In this model, revenue streams are typically matching the buyer with seller and vice versa. E-auction and virtual communities are the best example. That is, common people comes on the one common platform and share their ideas. Example, ebay.com, it's there. You can also write the examples of Quicker also. Yes, sir. Clear? 100%, sir. Next. C2B, consumer to business. Oh, this model I had not discussed. But yes, providing the feedback. Or even if you visit right now to policybazaar.com, they will ask you what type of policy you want to take. You just provide your specification side, and then companies are there to bid. They will provide the quotation to you at what price they are ready to provide the services to you. So here consumer places the request to the businessman to provide the quotation so that I can select the best supplier for me. Got it? Yes, sir. In this model, consumers sets the price and companies bid to offer the product and services. E-marketing, e-distribution is the best example for this. The comparison of interest rate of personal loan, car loan provided by various banks via website. So policybazaar.com, bankbazaar.com are the best example for this. Am I very clear to you? 100%, sir. Next, C2G. This covers all e-commerce transactions between consumer and government. Got it? E-marketing is the best example, and income tax india.gov.in is the best example for C2G, consumer to government. Got it? 100%, sir. Reverse to this, sir, government to citizen or to consumer. This involves consumers to provide feedback or information asked about the government authority from the public sector. Consumers can reach higher authority without going around in cities. Clear? 100%, sir. The aim is to reduce the average time for fulfilling the citizens' request for various government services. So government services can be easily available. Agreed? Yes, sir. Including chartered, sir, e-marketing. Generally we know that e-Seva from Andhra Pradesh, e-Dhara from Gujarat are the best example of those portals where the government can provide all the information to the citizens so that the citizen does not require to visit to government offices. Every information will be available to them on just one single click. Am I very clear to you? Yes, sir. Next one, B2G, business to government. Business to government model is a very variant of a B2B model only. Such websites are used by governments to trade and exchange information with various business organizations. So government can easily exchange the business ideas as well as product and services required by government can be easily can be tracked or can be placed order by using the B2G model. Am I very clear to you? Yes, sir. E-marketing, such websites are accredited by the government and provides a medium to business to submit the application forms to the government. For example, business pay taxes, file reports or sell the goods and services to government agencies, as I had already specified. Am I very clear to all? Yes, sir. Now moving towards next question. Discuss the underlying principles of grid computing, okay, that helps to increase in return on investment on computing investment of an organization. Now before moving further, let us first try to understand, sir, what is grid computing? So we all know that grid computing, it's nothing but when I have a good number of computing resources with me which is spread across the world. So here I will discuss in very simple way, people, with you. This PC will considered as the server PC, one of the main PC which is consistently and continuously receiving the data, and they are, or I mean to say the server system divides the work with what? Sir, server system is dividing the work with all the client computers. So all client computers are there? Yes, sir. Individually they are connected to the server? 100%, sir. Individually they are connected to the server. Further, sir, they are collectively with each other also? They are connected, I mean to say, with each other also? Answer is yes, sir. They are connected with each other also. Now tell me, if simple to say, if you want a huge processing capacity, you require to purchase a supercomputer. But we have already studied chapter number 4, e-commerce, m-commerce and emerging technology. What do you mean by emerging technology? Sir, latest technology, and latest technology is used to reduce the cost of doing business. So we have come across the very important concept of grid computing. What we do in grid computing? Sir, in grid computing, one PC which is set up as the server computer is going to just divide the work with every client computers which may be located at geographically distant location. Okay, and we are using most importantly 3 things from the client computers. Number 1, sir, we are using the memory. Memory means what? Sir, RAM. Correct, my dear chartered. Sir, second, we are using every computer's processor. So huge processing capacity gets generated with the help of what? Sir, grid computing. So grid computing is actually replacement of what? Sir, supercomputer. It's a best return on investment. Agreed? Yes. Sir, multiple activities can be done. Yes, sir. And don't forget, third very important concept, we get storage in each and every computer, maybe temporary, maybe permanent, but accumulatively it leads to what? Sir, huge storage capacity. So what are the returns that we enjoy in grid computing? So first of all, you have to define what is grid computing. Grid computing is nothing but it is a network structure in which each computers are connected with every other computers in such a manner that we can increase our processing capacity, processing ability, and important, we have huge storage available with us. Generally, you can say that it is an replacement of supercomputer. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. Each computer resources is shared with every other computer resources on a real-time basis also. What is the most important job of a server system over here? Sir, server system is receiving the data and they are just into the job of distributing the work with the computer system, those who have the capability to process that particular level of data. Each computer is used parallelly. So total processing power would be very high, very huge. I hope you are understanding that, adults. Yes, sir. Now I would like to discuss this question from module only. So first of all, let me tell you that this question in our jksc is already available as a question number 25. Introduction part it's there, which you are supposed to understand, and only introduction part if you write, it's enough. Secondly, if you are moving from our module, then it is there on the page number 4.60. So let us refer from the module. So in case of module, page number 4.60, as I said, you can come to the concept called as grid computing, and here it is given, people, thereby the return on investment on grid computing can be increased. How it is to be increased? Sir, we know that all those computers which is ideal, we can use their processing capability in order to get the huge data processing done. Come on. Grid computing is a computer network in which each computer resources are shared with every other computer in the system. It is a distributed architecture of the large number of computers connected to solve the complex problem. In grid computing model, servers or personal computers run independent tasks and are loosely linked by the internet or low speed network. A typical grid model is shown in this diagram. You can see the diagram, people. Yes, sir. So control server is there and then work is divided among everyone. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. Further, sir, it is a special kind of distributed computing. In distributed computing, different computers within the same network share one or more resources. In the ideal grid computing system, every resource is shared turning a computer network into a powerful supercomputer. Just imagine people, if the 1 lakh people are ready to give their ideal resources during the ideal time to get your work done. 1 lakh processor, 1 lakh RAM, 1 lakh PC, if they give a small storage also in each and every computer, combinedly, it's a very large storage. With the right user interface, accessing a grid computing system would look no different than accessing the local machine's resources. Every authorized computer would have access to tremendous, huge, enormous processing power as well as the storage capacity. Grid computing is used to, get the high processing, that is also called as throughput. Okay, yes, computing at a lower cost. Why? Sir, we have a cost to incur. We required internet connection. Yes, a cost for internet is also there. Sir, cost for obviously software is also there. But chartered on the other side, you don't require to buy hardware resources. So your huge cost is saved. Plus this information accessibility, it's available till your work is there. If it is not required, you can discontinue with the grid network at any point of time. Yes, sir. It has the ability to accumulate the power of, geographically scattered or heterogeneous resources to form a cohesive resources for performing higher level computation. Huge processing power available with a centralized database management access system. In grid computing, by using the multiple computers and executing the processes in parallel, we can get powerful computational power. Now, why I had asked you to read from module this? Because we have covered in our jksc introductory part. Okay, only introductory part is covered. So 4 or 5 points we had covered. That much is enough if it is the question asked for 2 marks or 3 marks. But if asked for 6 marks, then I would request you to add certain points from this. Okay, yes. Grid computing is applying the resources of many computers in a network to a single problem at the same time, usually to a scientific or the technical problem that requires great number of computers processing cycle and access to large amount of data. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. I would like to show you from our jksc book also, please. Question number 25 from our jksc also. Yes, sir. This is a computer network in which each computer resources are shared with every other computers in the system. Processing power, memory and data storage all are community resources that the authorized users can tap and leverage for the specific task. Of whatever we had studied, the conclusion part is here. Yes, sir. Every distributed resources which may be located at the different location is shared in such a way that grid computing networks turn out to be a powerful supercomputer for processing. Am I very clear to you? Yes, sir. And we can get the access to again the huge processing power or processing capacities. Agreed, my dear charters? Yes, sir. Now we are going to see chapter number 5, core banking system. Can we? Yes, sir. RKS is a cooperative bank that provides various services to its customer. Very good, you should provide the services, out of which one of them involves the transfer of funds from one place to another. Now transfer of funds from one place to another, it's what? Sir, remittance. Correct. Name the services and discuss its various modes. Okay. So here people, we are about to discuss what? Sir, here we are about to discuss the remittance. Do you agree with me? Say yes or no. Yes, sir. Now in case of remittance people, under the banking system, there is a 2 different methods. Okay. Yes, sir. One we can say traditional method. Second we have a modern method. In case of traditional method also, we have a 2 method. What are those 2 methods? Sir, one is a demand draft and pay order, DDPO. And second is obviously mail transfer or telegram transfer, TTMT. Remember? Yes, sir. Now what is exactly chartered demand draft? Sir, demand draft is a method by which bank first deduct the money from my bank account, transfer it to own bank account. Understood? Its own account. And from there, the check will be signed by branch manager will be given to me. So bank has already deducted the money from my account, yes or no? Whatever the name I had asked bank is going to write the same name. Say for example, if I want to make the payment to Mr. Sunil, so I will ask my bank, okay, please give me demand draft on the name of Mr. Sunil. So bank will first deduct the money from my account. Okay, sir. Deposit in its own account. Okay, sir. From its own account, issue the check. Yes, sir. Which is not signed by me, but it is signed by whom? Sir, it is signed by purely 110% branch manager. There is a least to least possible chances of getting what? This check dishonored. And that is a demand draft or pay order, locally payable pay order. Okay? Yes, sir. Now, in case of demand draft or pay order, one document will be handed over to you. Yes or no? Yes, sir. The check will be actually handed over to you, which will automatically indicate, yes, this is a demand draft. Okay? But when I am discussing about the mail transfer or telegram transfer, no such documents will be given to you. But as per your request, funds will be transferred from one bank account to another bank account. Example, when you are giving the check, when you deposit the check, what happens? Bank does not give any confirmations to you. Bank says, okay, just a small acknowledgement, it's there in your hand. No instrument, it's not there. Acknowledgement, it's there. Okay, we had received this instrument from you. Now bank will clear that and deposit the money in your account. On the other side, in case of demand draft, you understood, okay, yes sir, instrument is given. But in mail transfer or telegram transfer, only just acknowledgement will be given in your hand, or may not be available with that also if it is already a scheduled payment. Clear? Yes, sir. In case of modern method, obviously, we have three important methods to discuss. First is, sir, National Electronic Fund Transfer System, NEFT. Agreed? Yes, sir. No minimum amount? Correct, sir. But transaction will be settled into the form of batches. So the number of transactions will be, people, they will be bundled together, and at one particular time it will be processed. So in this case, if NEFT, say for example, is at 10:30, first clearing is at 10:30, and if I made a payment to somebody at 10 o'clock, the person will get the funds credited at 10:30. So transaction used to get settled in the form of batches. That is called as what? NEFT. But there is a no minimum amount requirement. You can transfer even 1 rupee also. Sir, maximum limit. RBI has not specified any maximum limit for NEFT, but yes, respective bank has already decided. Okay, sir. Clearly understood. Second, we have a RTGS. Sir, what is RTGS? It is a real-time gross settlement. Real-time. Sir, word itself suggests that the money will be credited immediately into the recipient account. Yes. In recipient account, money gets credited immediately. But condition is what? Sir, minimum 2 lakhs rupees. You have to make payment. Okay. Understood, sir. So, NEFT, sir, batch-wise settlement, but no minimum amount of transaction. RTGS, sir, immediate settlement. But problem, minimum 2 lakhs rupees. Minimum. Again, I am saying minimum requirement. But on the other side, to get the benefit of this both, we come with the next concept, that is IMPS, called as immediate payment system. A method in which transaction will be settled on a real-time basis. So first benefit which I can see, it's what? Sir, real-time settlement. Second, works 24/7, 365 days in a year. Third one, no minimum amount requirement. Got it? Sir, all benefits are available here only. So all businessmen are using IMPS only, na? No. Try to understand. NEFT, extremely low charges. RTGS, minimum 2 lakhs rupees plus charges. And IMPS, no minimum amount, but charges are extremely high. So generally, businessmen still always give first preference to what? Sir, to NEFTs only. Am I very clear to you? Yes, sir. All three concepts are clear to you? Yes, sir. NEFT, 100%. RTGS, yes, sir. IMPS, yes, sir. This question we had already studied in our jksc book as a question number 2 in chapter number 5. And if you want to refer from the module, then page number 5.6 is there for this. Okay, chartered? Yes, sir. Can we? 100%, sir. Let's read. Here is the question number 2 available. 100% sir. Acceptance, deposits, loans and advances, remittance. Let us discuss about now remittance. So remittance involves transfer of funds from the one place to another. Two most common modes of remittance of funds, demand draft and telegraph transfer, mail transfer. Traditional methods, yes, drafts are issued by one branch of the bank and are payable by another branch of the bank. The drafts are handed over to the applicant. In case of telegraph and mail transfer, no instrument is handed over to the applicant. The transmission of the instrument is the responsibility of the branch. Got it? So instrument will be transferred by the branch. Only acknowledgement may or might not be given, as I said, if it is a scheduled payment, fixed payment of scheduled payments are there on fixed date, then no documents will be handed over to you. Okay? Yes, sir. Generally, the payee of both TT and the MT is an account holder of the paying branch only. Electronic fund transfer is another mode of remittance which facilitate almost instant transfer of fund between the two centers electronically. Most of the banks have now introduced digital mode of remittance which makes remittance possible online and via mobile device also, which is we also call it as m-banking. Yes, sir. What are the methods available? Sir, RTGS, real-time gross settlement, 100%. It's an electronic form of fund transfer where the transmission takes place on a real-time basis. Immediately funds gets transferred. Okay. In India, transfer of funds with RTGS is done for high value transaction and the minimum amount being rupees 2 lakhs. Okay, sir. The beneficiary amount receives the funds transferred on a real-time basis. Second, we have a NEFT. It's a nationwide payment system. Facilitates what? Sir, one-to-one fund transfer. Under these schemes, individuals can electronically transfer the funds from any branch to any individual having the account with any other branch in the country participating in the scheme. Participating in the scheme means that bank must be registered. That bank must have the NEFT support. Yes, sir. IMPS is an instant payment interbank electronic fund transfer system in India. IMPS offers an interbank electronic fund transfer through mobile phones. Unlike NEFT and RTGS, the services are available 24/7 throughout the year, including the bank holidays also. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. Fully cleared? 100%, sir. Okay. So discussing now, people, last question. The process of money laundering that supports the criminal activities to make the dirty money. What is the dirty money? Sir, black money. Yes. Appear clean. That is white money. Comprises of various stages to do so. Explain these stages in detail. So they are asking you what? Sir, they are asking us about the money laundering steps. Yes or no? Yes. Now my dear chartered, you should remember one thing. Whenever they will ask you about the money laundering, you should always define definition for money laundering first of all. Though. The definition of money laundering is given in section 3 of Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Whosoever, it is generally defined as whosoever directly or indirectly people, okay, knowingly assist or is actually involved or is a party to the any proceeds of crime, which is money earned through criminal activities, and showing it as an untainted property, showing it that it is earned through legitimate source or it's a legal money, shall be guilty of an offense of money laundering and punished accordingly. So we have to be very careful regarding this thing. Am I very clear to you? So first you will always add what? Sir, I will definitely gonna write the definition. Okay. Second, we are going to write now, we'll see the steps involved in money laundering. What are the steps involved in money laundering? Sir, first one is considered as a placement. Now what is a placement? Sir, very simple. Placement is a method which is used by criminals to shift the black money, or you can say dirty cash, from the scene of crime to the place which is less suspicious and more convenient for criminals. Generally, they will prefer the country with loose rules and regulations. Criminals always make sure this, a place from where they had generated this black money, they will take it to the far distant location. Maximum time, out of country only. So if someone has generated the black money in India, they will prefer to take it to some country or in that form or in that manner which is a less suspicious and more convenient for the criminals. Sir, understood? That is the first step called as what? Placement. Now, generally legal and illegal money both are comes with the people combined form. So you want to separate the illegal money from your legal money. So second technique will be used, and that technique is called as chartered layering. Called as what? Sir, layering. Layering involves separation of legal money from illegal money, and this can be done with the help of, operating multiple bank accounts on different name in different countries and try to do so many transactions into that account, or try to rotate that money into so many accounts that its original source becomes unidentifiable. So transfer the money into the several bank accounts in several countries for several purposes and avoid the audit trail. Am I very clear to you? That is layering, separation of legal money from illegal money. Clear? Yes. And third one, will try to bring that money back to economy through some legitimate method. Example, like if you are exporting very low quality material, okay, but you are making the false bill of goods exported and then you are receiving the money. Suppose you had generated black money in one country, you took it into the foreign country, you make FD over there, and then you are taking the loan in this country by showing that FD. That is the loan against deposit, foreign deposits. This method is considered under 3 called as integration. So first step is what? Sir, placement. Placement means taking the money out of the nation or into the form which is less suspicious and more convenient for criminals. Second, sir, layering, separation of legal money from illegal money so that its original source cannot be identified. This is generally done by criminals just to obscure, just to avoid the audit trails. They don't want to get it caught easily. So they use the different bank accounts in different name in different countries and try to people avoid getting easily catch by authorities. Third one, sir, integration. What is an integration? Sir, bringing that black money in different way to our country by doing certain business transactions. Now this question, if you see in our jksc book, this question is given as a question number 36, and in ICAI module, this question is given on the page number 5.58. So can we? Yes, sir. If you see question number 35, okay, money laundering, definition is already given over here. Please don't forget to write this definition. Money laundering can be defined as whosoever directly or indirectly attempts to indulge or knowingly assist or knowingly is a party or is actually involved in any process or any activity which is connected with the proceeds of crime. Proceeds means what? Money. Money of crime means, sir, any money which is earned through criminal activities. Correct. And projecting it, showing it as an untainted property shall be guilty of an offence of what? Sir, money laundering, and punished accordingly, obviously. Yes, sir. What are the stages involved in money laundering? Sir, it's a PLI. Placement. The first stage involved in money laundering is placement. The first stage involves the placement of proceeds derived from illegal activities. The movement of proceeds, frequently, sir, it is currency only, from the scene of crime to a place or into the form which is less suspicious and, sir, completely convenient for criminals. Agreed. Second, sir, layering. Layering involves separation of proceeds from illegal source by using the complex transaction through several banks involved in transfer of money between the different accounts in different name in different countries. Just it is designed to obscure, to avoid the audit trail as well as to hide the proceeds from authorities. Yes, sir. Generally they are using what? Shell corporations. What is shell corporations? Companies exist only on piece of paper. Real existence not there. Foreign banks, offshore banks and countries with loose regulations and secrecy laws for this purpose. And finally it comes to integration. It involves conversion of illegal proceeds into apparently legitimate business earning through the normal financial or commercial operation. Example like false invoice of goods exported, domestic loan against the foreign deposit, purchasing of property. These all are the methods by which we try to show to government this money I had earned through legitimate source. Am I very clear to all? Yes, sir. My request to all my dear chartered, it's very simple. Here I had completed our discussion for RTP, November 2023. I would like to wish you all the best for your exams, people. Thank you.